Hello and welcome to the Sweet Connection. I'm your host, Catus. With me today is my co-host, Kyle McCarthy. Kyle, how are you doing?
Yeah, right, you?
I'm very good, thank you. I'm very good.
Good.
Kyle, mate, you might be excited to know that we hit the milestone of 100 downloads.
Well,
Which
I called it.
Yeah, I mean, I did literally tell you yesterday, but why don't you try and recreate your surprise like yesterday?
Oh my god!
You know how you screamed and threw your drink in the air?
Yeah, and popped a couple of bottles of champers.
Champers for everyone!
Yeah, it's like, barman, get everyone in here a drink.
Get everyone here a shot!
Yeah.
Get a Flav and Sammy.
Yeah.
Flav and Sambuca.
So, yeah, that happened.
That's, mate, 3 digits, alright?
Mhm.
3 digits.
Mm-hmm.
Impressive stuff. Now it's just 4 digits next.
Yeah, well,
I think it'll take us a while, though.
only a matter of time, Kaz.
I mean, it is only a matter of time. It's only a matter of numbers.
Mm-hmm. This is it. I think we'll get there by the end of the year.
Really?
Yes.
It is September, though.
Yep.
I think we'll be hitting 300 or 400 because we have been going a month and we've got 100, pretty much like a month, 100. But these things are exponential, so I reckon it will probably be I don't know, maybe 400 end of the year. 500. I mean, that would be pretty tasty. Getting 500 downloads by the end of the year.
Well, I'm ambitious, me. So
You're
I think we should do
ambitious,
it.
even though you have no control over it. So it's
Yep.
pointless being ambitious of something you've got no control over. But anyway, we've got a few more foreign listeners, Carl. So we have one listener from France, although we suspect that might be friend of the show, JB.
Yeah,
Okay,
it definitely is.
But it still counts as a foreign listener, though.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. And of course, our friend from Hawaii has listened again.
Oh, is he?
I assume it's the same person. I find it very unlikely that it's 2 people from Hawaii who just happen to listen to the show.
Well, he's got great taste, so
He or she,
he or she,
or any gender that you identify as.
yeah.
All right, that's good. We've also got a listener from Illinois.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so we would love to hear from you guys. Email in.
Yeah.
Email in.
What is the email again, Kat?
thesweetconnection@outlook.com. Email in. We'd love to hear what you think about our completely boring British lives, our grey British tea-filled lives.
Speak for yourself, Kat, mate. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, and we also have 18 views on YouTube.
Well, we're making money on 2 ends, then, really, aren't we?
No, yeah,
Yeah,
it's 2 revenue streams.
exactly.
Yeah, ads on the show,
Mhm.
and then also YouTube money.
Exactly.
Sweet dollar. And we also have 1 view from Latvia.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
What on YouTube?
on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
yeah,
Nice.
that's weird, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't know you could check the demographic of views on YouTube.
You can, yeah. It's very in depth. I
Yeah.
can see who's been watching, and then I can watch them, which is weird.
Oh, right. Through their
Hit a button, it just says
through their webcam. Yeah.
And they see some guy from Latvia changing.
Yeah.
It's oh yeah,
You just got it on in the background.
cool. Well, Cara, I'm still feeling a little bit ill from the curry that we had last night.
Yes.
Bit of a jippy tummy.
Oh yeah, so did I. But
Yeah, that was nice though, wasn't it, a curry? I mean, what is your standard curry that you go out for?
okay, so I'll mix and match. So I normally get either a madras or a
Ooh.
salon.
It's a bit spicy, mate, isn't it?
Well, both of them
A
are
madras.
the same heat, supposedly. I find a madras is a bit hotter because a salon is made with
So do I.
coconut milk, so it's cool.
Coconut. Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. That's the one I had last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had that. You had some naan bread, and you had this disgusting bowl of spinach, didn't you?
Spinach and potatoes.
That sounds horrific.
Sagaloo.
Sagaloo. That looked disgusting, and you hardly ate any of it, did you?
Well,
Because your eyes were bigger than your stomach, weren't they, sir? Right?
yes,
You were saying I couldn't finish my meal. I finished first. I finished it all. All right?
supposedly.
And you had you had 2 mouthfuls of your spinach and potato.
Actually, no, that's not true though, is it, Kaz? Because you didn't have any rice, did you?
I didn't intend to eat all the rice. Though,
Ah,
that's the
exactly.
thing, right?
He's chatting.
You fully intended to eat your spinach and potato bowl. I did not intend to eat the rice, mate. All right? Because why eat the rice? Eat the important stuff first. Eat the curry. Eat the onion bhajis. Eat the naan.
Well, in that case then, Kaz, I ate all my curry.
Yeah, but you also ordered a stupid bowl of spinach, didn't you?
Yeah, but I had a little bit of that. I was a little bit on the side, do you know what I mean? And I ate a little bit that was on the side of my plate. So
and just left 80% of the bowl.
yeah. So I thought you two would have been keen for it, but alas.
No, not spinach. Spinach is gross.
I like spinach. It's nice.
It's gross, though, isn't it?
Well, I thought that.
If it was so nice, why didn't you eat it?
I did. 20% of it.
Nice. Okay, well, you also played football today, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
How'd that go? Because obviously last week we were saying how it didn't go really well for you last week, did it, Carl?
Well, no, but it did though, because I made some cracking saves. But anyway,
You also let 3 goals in. But
well, that's not
Carl,
here.
Carl,
That's
let's not go over ground that we covered last week that you had a very bad game. So why don't you talk about this game?
Okay, so we won 5-1.
Good.
And
Okay, so you let 1 goal in there, didn't you?
yeah, but shit happens. You know what I mean? So yeah, a dominant performance for myself.
Yeah.
Commanded my area.
Any good saves?
That's
a no. Done. No.
I had a 1-on-1 that I saved.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah.
That's pretty decent.
He choked, didn't he?
Yeah, the striker absolutely choked, and I don't like saying that he choked. I won the mental battle. I just
saw you charging towards him and just like, oh god, this is not going to end well for me.
No.
Even if I score, he's going to break every bone in my body.
Well, he had a man bun, so I knew that he was a bit of a bitch. So
you knew that he wasn't entirely switched on if he had a man bun.
Exactly. I knew as he had a man bun that he didn't have the stones, and I was correct. So
he's a sheep, isn't he?
Yeah, well,
he's an absolute sheep.
I do say that, but he did actually. He's the one who scored also.
Oh, okay. So,
but being a centre forward, he's going to
sort of
score,
expect
yeah.
just to score 1.
Yeah.
But really, you scored 5. Your team.
Yeah. And I'm not.
Were the other team bad or?
Yeah, they were real bad.
Okay, that's fair enough.
They had 2 players in midfield who were like overweight middle-aged men, but they were like
very dirty,
breathing out their arsehole after like the first 20 seconds of the game. But bear in mind, it was.
If you
hot.
were on pitch though, would you be any different?
No.
Okay, well there we go.
But if I was on pitch catters, I'd also be spraying. So, but alas,
you are confined to.
I do occasionally.
How are your goal kicks in this?
Oh, they've been bad. They've just been really inconsistent. Sometimes I do a nice floated goal kick, and then sometimes I'll proper just drag it, and it's just awful.
Yeah.
And
How about going for like a short goal kick?
I do go for. That's what we do most of the time because they
play from the back.
Yeah, because they encourage to play from the back. Today we played 5 at the back, which I've never played before.
5 at the back.
Yeah. It was more of a 3.
What was the formation then?
3-4-3, but in defence we had 5 at the back, and I'd never seen that work before on the Sunday League.
But it worked here.
Well, it worked here because the team that we played were awful. But the thing is, if they were good, because in theory, you'd only have 2 players in midfield at the time, so there was no midfield battle. It was just attack against defence.
Okay. Yeah.
So that just happened constantly.
Okay, so it was very end to end.
Yeah.
Ping pong.
And that the only reason we won the game is because we had a better defence and a better attack. I know that sounds fucking so obvious, but
you should get a job, Carl, in football because that was really insightful.
Yeah, but if they were, because they had a couple of good players. There's this number 2 that they had. He was very good. He was balling, but when he was through on goal, one of our players would foul him.
Is this the man with the bun or?
No, this is another geezer.
Okay, yeah. They just foul him. That's real Sunday League, isn't it?
Yeah, they were just fouling him all the time, and I was like,
actually, that's quite good.
Yes, it was really good, and they had a couple free kicks actually, but they hit them both straight at me, so it was bread and butter for me. So,
even though last game a shot went at you and you fumbled it and it hit you in the face and he tapped it in.
Well,
so surely you're afraid of shots coming at you. It's like, oh no, what if it happens again?
Well, did I tell you about the something that I fucked actually today?
Excuse me?
No, I fucked a ball that was coming towards me.
I'm going to edit that out of context.
No, so this guy was through on goal. He was on side, and he absolutely fucked up his first touch, and I wasn't expecting him to do that.
Oh, okay. So you were almost taken aback by, oh, actually, this is much easier than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, and then I went to go pick it up, and I kind of scooped it, and then I
kind of head in the goal.
Yeah, I kind of scooped it, and then I realised that it was out my hands, and it was on the floor, and it was a 50-50 between me and him to go get it. So we both jumped in for it. Him with his metal cleat going right into my grill, and then essentially the ball just kind of just like flipped out from the middle of our like little skirmish, and then like this man bun guy, he was like then like had pretty much an open goal, and he completely fucked it.
If you can't score from an open goal, you shouldn't be anywhere near.
Well, there was a defender.
How did he
near
miss
him.
it though?
Well, he kind of like took it onto his left foot and thought, "Oh, I'll shoot," and then he just proper sliced it, and it went like miles. So I was just like,
He actually skied it.
yeah, it was
How
like,
far was this from the
it was
goal?
far, it was high and wide. It was grim.
The worst.
It was like,
How far was it from goal?
it was right at the edge of the box. So yeah, like what's that? Like,
18 yards. 20
18
yards.
yards, yeah.
Which you should be able to at least pass it in the net.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'd have done, mate. Just pass it into the bottom right. You know what I mean?
There was a defender that ran past me, and I think he was still on the goal line. But that is still an open goal, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's in.
Yeah. Because
It really
all you
should
got to
be.
do is just not kick it directly into his body, and then it's a goal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that is a goal.
yeah. Like,
So, Carl, the big question after your success, are you going to continue playing with this football team?
I still haven't decided.
Okay, well, that's good, because you were pretty set on not continuing with it last night.
Yeah.
But after this rush of adrenaline you have from beating a shit team 5-1, have you sort of now got the taste for it?
Well, I'm in two minds because anything can happen from now until, you know.
The season starts.
Yeah, well, the season starts at the weekend, next weekend.
All
But
right.
anything can happen now in 5 weeks. My life might change for whatever reason. I might get a girlfriend or something.
Yeah,
And then-
right, yeah.
yeah.
I mean, it's quite doubtful.
Yeah, but I do consider that as well. And then I think well,
Why
actually,
would that be an issue, though? Like,
well, I don't have time to play football. Say if I had I don't know.
once a day?
Yeah,
well,
but it's a
just-
Sunday, isn't it? It's just a bit like kind of
Yeah,
kills your whole
morning, though.
weekend.
It's a Sunday morning, though. isn't it?
Yeah,
I mean, it sort of sucks that you wouldn't want to go out on the lash Saturday night.
yeah, that's also true.
That
But
is
the thing
true,
is,
so-
that is something that I'm kind of like trying to get out of, as you know. So,
Don't, Carl. Accept it. It's who you are.
well, yeah, but there's no one here anymore, is there?
I'm here, Carl.
Exactly.
I'll always be here.
Exactly.
It's why I want to stop.
Yes. It's like I don't want to see you any longer than I should do.
I want to see you once a week for approximately 50 minutes.
Yeah. Then I'm going home.
Yeah. And you take your check in one hand.
Yeah, I'll take my check and I'll walk out.
You you spit on my carpet and you leave.
Clean that up.
Okay. Well, Carl, we both visited a little art exhibition today, didn't we, Carl? A little thing called Art on the Prom.
Oh, I thought we were talking about the Meg.
Don't spoil what we have coming up later in the show, Carl. We'll have to edit. We'll have to.
Foreshadowing.
We'll have to edit that out. All right. No, we went to Art on the Prom, didn't we?
We did, yes.
We did. Now, what is Art on the Prom, Carl?
Okay, so Art on the Prom is a load of old geezers who got some art.
Old geezers and lots of old women
Yeah, and they've obviously made some art which they're trying to sell. They're trying to flog because
for ludicrously high prices.
yeah,
You're talking
ludicrously.
like 80 quid for like a photo or like a picture.
a picture of a dog or something.
A picture of a dog made out of like driftwood.
Yeah, and so some of it
Some
is
of it was
quite
act-
good.
Yeah, I agree. I very much agree.
Yeah.
I saw something that I quite liked. It was a guy who went round to the beach and he got red, white and blue plastic that he found on the beach, and he made like a big Union Jack out of it. You know, because it's the stripe. So he made
Yeah.
like a sort of red line of like reds I found on the beach and then blue, and that was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't buy it because it was like 78 quid, but I was like, it's alright that.
Yeah.
Not 78 quid's worth of alright, but
No.
it's nice. But
Yeah, it's
mostly it was just photos, isn't it?
yeah. Well, I went.
A lot of portraits.
Well, I the thing that frustrates me about it is because all the old people, all the close to death squad are out, and they
Close to death squad.
and then like
The God Squad.
the God Squad, and like yeah, and then
God's
they like
waiting room, as Felixo is also known as, isn't it?
yeah, it certainly is, and so they walk along the prom because it's crowded anyway.
It's very crowded, yeah.
And they walk.
They walk very slowly.
Oh, so
Yeah.
slowly, and it's like,
Hurry up!
oh,
I'm a young gazelle here.
Yeah.
I need room to canter.
it's just, yeah, it's frustrating, but you know, what can you do? I can't just be like, oi,
Barge past them, love.
oi, fuck off out the way.
Really? I did.
Did you? Oh, right. Well, you're a bigger man than I.
I'm a bigger man in more ways than one, especially downstairs in the gooch department.
I was just like,
yes, I had a very nice walk down there. I walked down there. I was wearing shorts, a lovely t-shirt, had my headphones in, had some Sunny G's, and a cigar. So, as I was saying to you earlier, I looked like a right knob.
mate,
and I was looking at some art as well.
Yeah, that is a hipster if I've ever heard one.
You know what? Yeah, I actually was.
Yeah.
I was actually hipster. I was like,
Yeah.
you know what? I'm actually slightly too cool for this.
Yeah. And
Get on
then
my
then
level.
you could say to everyone that you done it first. So
Damn it! I should have used that.
yeah.
But yeah, it was alright, wasn't it?
Yeah, it is literally how we've explained it.
It's exactly the same thing every year. I mean, like that is exactly the same as my memories of going to it the year before last.
Yeah, but I'll still go to it next year.
I probably will as well, just because it's something new, isn't it?
Yes, it's like when they like have the cars. They have like this the car rally, don't they?
They do have like an old-fashioned car show.
Yeah, classic cars.
I don't really go to that.
I'm
I'm not that interested in cars.
No,
I'm not that interested in art, to be honest, either. So that doesn't make any sense.
I prefer actually old cars to new cars.
I probably enjoy the old cars.
Yeah.
Probably more than the art.
Yeah.
But I just don't go.
Yeah.
Because it is always super rammed.
Yeah.
So
it is,
yeah, and it's hard to find parking, ironically, if you go. Which is why I walked today. I was like, I'm not gonna park like 5 miles away.
That's the thing, is parking down my road, because loads of fucking knobheads park down my road as well, and it's just it's horrendous.
Yeah, that's why I walked, mate. But
yeah,
fortunately, you are like super close to the prom, so you shouldn't really be driving anywhere.
No, I didn't, and I wouldn't normally.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Kyle, last week on the show, and I think in our first episode, we made a passing comment about Felixstowe's #1 nightclub, the Bandbox.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go into more detail about the Bandbox today, Kyle. First of all, can you explain to me what a gay ray is?
A gay ray?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. So imagine an apple of Eden, but in glass form, in cocktail form.
Imagine making cider from the apple plucked from the tree of knowledge.
Yeah.
In the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
Wring that out, right, and then pour 2/3 bleach into it,
mm-hmm.
and then charge £5 for it.
Well, that's what they.
A gay ray. Now, is it worth explaining why it's called a gay ray?
Well, I suppose there is. It's called a gay ray because literally a local legend,
who is known as Gay Ray because
Gay
he has
Ray.
that tattooed on his neck.
Yeah.
Yep.
He has.
He visited the Bandbox so often that they named a drink after him.
Yep.
One day, I hope to also have that honour, because that you have made it then, haven't you?
Yeah. Well.
Or get a drink named after the show. Can I have one sweet connection, please?
Actually, do you know what?
Now
I think about it, there might actually be something like called something like that.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
In the Bandbox?
Yeah, it's not called a sweet connection as such, but it's like called something sweet something. It's like sweet temptation or something. That's pretty close.
That's pretty close. I mean, it's not quite accurate.
No, but like still, it's got sweet, so it's halfway there, huh?
Yeah. So he basically just went so often, like just night after night after night, that the staff decided to name a beverage. Now they're quite expensive, aren't they? They're even more expensive when you buy a lot more than one, isn't it? Isn't that true, Carl? Because we had a little competition going on a few years ago about who's going to order the most gay rays at once. Now you hold the record for a bit. It was like 6 or 7. Might have been 7 actually. I'm sure.
No, well, when I originally bought it, because I bought the first 4 as a joke, I think, because I think it might have been me, you, Adam, and then his ex-girlfriend.
Right.
And we were in the Bandbox once, and I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna get a gay ray." So I bought everyone a gay ray, and then I bought like 4 gay rays, and then
which in itself is £20.
Yeah. So then
it's a massive waste of money. And then someone else bought like one more than that. Someone bought 5.
Yeah.
And then it sort of snowballed into like an actual competition. Like who's going to be stupid enough to waste the most money?
Yeah.
Now, Carl, who was stupid enough to waste the most money buying this gay rays?
This guy, my co-host. Well, no, not co-host.
I'm the host.
He was the host.
You're
yeah.
the co-host.
Whatever. Anyway, he spent £100, didn't he?
No, I didn't.
No, you're right.
No, the
He spent 50 quid though, didn't he?
no, the first time I bought 10 gay rays,
Yes.
which is 50 quid, 50 imperial credits.
Of this here realm.
Now, when you see 10 gay rays lined up, you realise that's a lot of gay rays, because it's not a very nice drink, is it, Carl?
Oh no, it's absolutely disgusting.
It is horrible.
Yeah.
It's shocking. So it's orange in colour.
Yeah.
It's got orange juice in it. It's got sambuca in it, definitely.
Yeah,
It
sambuca
tastes very sambuca-y.
that's the strongest. That's
It's
yeah.
like half sambuca, I imagine, because it's pretty strong, isn't it?
yeah. I think they've got a bit of pineapple juice in there as well.
Like the tiniest, like a shot of pineapple juice.
Yeah,
In like a half of it is just sambuca.
I think it's sambuca and vodka, which is the worst combination.
Oh, why do you need to mix in two spirits?
I don't know.
That's gross. Anyway, so I did that, and then the following year, because it's usually at Christmas that this happens, isn't it?
Yeah,
Usually on Christmas Eve is
that's what's happened.
when we go out on the lash, and this thing happens. The year before last, I was just like, I'm gonna get 12.
Did you get 12?
I went to buy 12 gay rays, but they didn't have gay rays, so I bought 12 Grinches, which was like their Christmas drink, which also cost £5. And when I ordered 12 of them, the barmaid literally slammed her head on the bar and was like, "Oh!" And
Yeah,
literally
there must be a but.
and literally spent like 10 minutes making it, because
Yeah,
it's quite a lot of faffing about.
yeah.
And ever since then, I was like, you know what, I'm going to stop doing this, because even though it's quite funny, A, it's a massive waste of money,
Mhm.
and B, I've like ruined that barmaid's
Yeah.
evening, because that's a lot of work that like she can't be serving everyone else because she's making 12 Grinches for me. And they weren't even that good, to be honest.
No, they're a lot better than gay rays though.
They were, but like, isn't
Yeah.
that like part of the fun of the gay ray? That's so fucking grim.
Yeah, it's not really fun though, is it?
Not really fun. Okay, so what other drinks do they have? Oh yeah, they have the A&E, don't they?
Oh yeah, which is a mix.
which is a black tar-like substance.
Yeah, it's a mixture of all their cocktails into one.
Is it?
Yeah,
This is blowing my mind. I didn't realise it was that. Why is
Yeah.
it black?
because that's the colour it turns out.
Absorbs like all of like the happiness and stuff, and
Yeah.
it's sucked into like a black hole.
Yeah.
Because it's just like so dense.
Yep.
It's a very dense drink, isn't it?
hmm
Oh god, so that has got bits of gay ray in it, presumably.
Well, yeah, it'll probably just have like, probably just the spirit. So it would be like sambuca.
That
in there.
must take ages to make, then, surely, an A&E, or is it more like just the spirits or
I
everything?
don't know, because I've had a few, and the strongest taste is pineapple, and so they're quite nice.
Really?
Mm.
In a black drink,
Yeah,
the strongest taste of pineapple.
yeah.
It's very strange.
It's very odd.
Yeah, it's not great though, is it?
No, but it's a lot better than gay ray.
That's true. That's true, but so is a lot of things, like being stabbed in the head is preferable to
Yeah.
drinking a gay ray.
Yeah.
So who's going to be the next person joking to get a drink named after them?
Toby.
But that's exactly my
Oh
thought.
no, or Gary Willoughby.
Gary Willoughby.
Yeah.
Local legend Gary Willoughby.
Yeah. In fact, they've literally got a thing on the
They've got a big chalkboard, and at the top it says
Gary was here.
Gary was here.
Then someone put in brackets every night.
He's there every night. Literally every time I go to the bandbox, I always see him.
Yeah, he's there. Yeah, he's there
He-
every night.
He is the new Gay Ray, isn't he?
Well, Gay Ray more
You know,
has more of a party spirit about him.
He does, but he's not there so often. But I suppose that's good though, because then if he does turn up, then the party's really starting.
Yeah.
I'll
Well, I remember
I'll have
last
two
time.
of me, please.
I remember last time we were in there, and our friend Tom started dancing with him, and then he ended up punching him. Do you remember that?
I'm not sure I was there for that.
Yeah, Gay Ray ended up punching Tom. It was good bands. So yeah.
Gay Rays were just flying everywhere. it was uproar. That's pretty scary. Which is actually quite a good segue. Is that we were talking recently about how it's nearly this time of year to go to Scaresville, isn't it, Carl?
Oh yes, it is. Yes.
Now, what is Scaresville?
It's a horror experience.
It is.
It's probably the best way to sum up.
Yeah, it's a scary walkthrough, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 It's in our local area.
It's at
not-
Kentwell Hall.
Kentwell Hall, yes,
Yeah.
which is in the middle of bloody nowhere.
Yeah.
Is it not true that actually physically driving down to that hall is probably as scary as being in the park. Because
If Mitch is the driver, yes.
you can't say that.
I just did, and if Mitch is listening, then it's true.
Oh god, sorry, Mitch. But like, it really is in the middle of nowhere, in like a dodgy ass village, surrounded by fields.
It's part of the experience, isn't it?
I know, but it's quite off-putting when you're like driving down a dodgy country road, and you look out and you don't see any lights. It's like you are literally in the middle of nowhere. So if your car broke down, it'd be like the fucking Hills Have Eyes, and it's like all of these like mutants would just come out and like sort of roast us on an open spit.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd probably be like we'd probably break down into the one village which has like a massive like pagan cult following or something. And then like,
Our tyre would be bursted by like some sort of homemade device. And then like some fucking people wearing like goats' faces come up and put like a hood over our heads.
Yeah.
Take us to their hall. Yeah.
And then sacrifice us to Satan.
There's a big like pentagon on the floor made of like blood.
Yeah.
And there's candles everywhere. And it's just like, we will sacrifice you to the great god Imhotep. But yeah, it's because we have been there the past 3 years, and we're going to go there.
No, last year was our second year, wasn't it?
It was. Yeah, it was second year. Okay, so it's our third year this year.
Yeah.
Right. It's a bit samey though, isn't it? I mean, like certainly last year was very similar, if not slightly worse than the first
it was worse because I think we went on a busier night. So I think
that good or bad?
That was bad because I think that sometimes there was definitely a few scares from the year previous which weren't the same. I think solely just because the scarers weren't in position in time.
Right.
Because they were just.
Oh yes, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Because,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
because if you're like walking out in front of the group, they obviously scare you first, and then you see them, and they don't have time to reset by the time that you physically get to that corner or that hut or whatever.
Yeah,
that does make sense.
Yeah.
So
that's what I mean. So like, I think that they were like, these weren't ready for the amount of people that was coming through, like quickly in like quick succession.
Very true, yeah,
so like the group in front of us would like, I could hear them all scream and that, and then we would walk through the same area, and then we just wouldn't get scared.
No, because we know something's happening.
Well, no, just because the scarers didn't scare us because they weren't in position.
Very true.
So yeah,
because for the first year,
we absolutely all shat a brick.
We absolutely shat a brick because like but also like there's a bit like in this field, and you like walk like through the field bit, and those scarers like sort of got in our grills. Yeah,
one just proper like, he fancied me, didn't he?
He did fancy you.
Yeah, he
got really in your face.
Yeah,
and we could like it's not like scared as in like jump scared, because we could like see them walking towards us.
Yeah, and
they sort of like forced us to like go into like this thorn bush.
Yeah,
and, like I got like scratched a few times because they just wouldn't fucking let me out of this thorn bush. And it's like, haha, it's really funny, but can you fuck off now?
Yeah,
because I'm getting scratched here.
Yeah.
And that guy was like right up in your face.
Yeah, he was right up in my grill, and I was just like, don't know, I'm not sure I approve of this. If you get a fake chainsaw and go up my legs a couple of times, but this is like a bit much. So.
And he did, didn't he?
Yeah.
He had a fake chainsaw.
He did have a fake chainsaw.
Yeah, I do always like the bit with the clowns. Like because there's a bit which has got loads of caravans.
Oh yeah, and Johnny tried to go for his legs.
Yeah. And there's always like a big old clown guy.
Yeah.
And he's always a good laugh, isn't he?
Yeah.
but on the first, because on the first year, after you think it's all finished, and it sort of ends, like quite suddenly, you think, oh, that's fine. And then as you walk towards the exit, a clown chases you with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
That I liked.
Yeah.
That didn't happen on the second.
No, again,
year.
I think that was...
And it was just like, oh, is that it?
Yeah.
I sort of want the thrill of being chased by a man dressed as a clown with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
And that just didn't happen.
And also, there was... I think the first year we went, it was on a quieter night, and they had more staff. I think they had more scarers. Because there was a few scares when we were like walking through the forest bit, and there was like people in ghillie suits that like jump up and like,
but that you know what?
And that didn't happen the second
I got
year.
completely fucking owned because there's a bit in the forest.
Yeah.
And as you like walk through the forest, there's like a little tiny like outhouse, and I said there's going to be a scare in there, so I walked around the outhouse, and there was a guy dressed as a bush, which I walked by, and he jumped up, and I nearly like shat my whole self. And I was like, to be fair, mate, you have got me there.
Yeah.
And I did say, oh, there's going to be a scarer there, and there wasn't. So now I look quite the fool.
Yeah, well.
Used to that though, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but then after the actual thing is finished, we then usually have a beer in the bar, don't we?
Yeah.
That's quite nice. I do quite enjoy that bit. Only issue is that because usually it's on a weekday that we go, isn't it?
Mhm.
It's always super late by the time we start, and usually
Yeah.
by the time that we actually like have a beer, it's like 11 o'clock at night, and it's like a
Then we
45
still got to drive back. Yeah.
like 45 minutes again through fucking the dodgiest countryside you'll ever see.
Yeah.
So I'm always just like,
Yes, it's a shit road to get there. It really is.
it's shocking, just going through all these like dodgy country roads, like pitch black and like.
It's
completely,
kind of
like,
cool at the same time. But
It sort of gets you in the mood a little
Yeah.
bit on the way there,
yeah.
but then like on the way back you're just like, just please.
We need to book
that.
that up, actually. We also need to see who wants to go. Because let's face it,
It's just me and you.
it's just me and you.
Rocco, you because as we know, I'm not a real massive fan of music, am I, Carl?
Oh, yeah. I actually totally forgot all about this. So.
And we had a little idea for like a social experiment where you, as a lover of music, you would make me a playlist, and the brief was: imagine if an alien with no soul came to Earth and had no concept of music. What would you make it for him? Like like a little short playlist of approximately 20 songs, so that he gets like a wide variation of Earth's music.
Mhm.
And you did,
Mhm.
and I have listened to it all.
Mhm.
There was about 20 songs. So shall we go through the songs? Shall we?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I just want to state, these are songs that I like. They're not like just to cover myself. So there's any haters out there.
and there will be.
I try to be as varied as possible.
Please leave a comment
So yeah,
telling how much you hate Carl's taste in music.
yeah. So yeah, there we go.
Good. Okay. So the first song is "Purple Rain" by Prince. I didn't really think it was particularly good. I just thought it was fine.
Do you not like the chorus?
Purple
rain.
Yeah, but it's
Purple rain.
has no kick to it though, does it? It's more mellow. I mean, like it's fine. I didn't particularly think this song's great.
Yeah.
That's fine. Then we went to The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel. Sort of the same thing there. I think it's more maybe like older music I'm just not really interested in.
Yeah. Again, the chorus and that's pretty decent.
Yep. Then we went to 20th Century Boy by T-Rex. I like that one.
Mhm.
Because again, more upbeat.
Yeah.
Yeah, going there. This one I can't pronounce. It's Hercomptine de un Autry et Ypres, which was
I'm
a
not.
film soundtrack.
Yes,
which
it's a
is
part of
film
the
soundtrack.
Yeah, it's a part of the film
now,
Amelie.
now I recognise this tune.
Yeah. It's
I
a
don't
really
know
good
what
song.
from, but
From the film Amelie.
I haven't seen that film out.
Oh, yeah.
But I definitely recognised the song. I was like, I've heard this before.
Yeah.
So I did actually quite enjoy that one.
Yeah, it's a piano instrumental.
Yeah, piano one. Then we went to In the Club by 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
That one I liked.
Yeah.
I believe that was playing when I was at Art on the Prom. So I was, fagging on my cigar in my shades, looking at like a painted shell. It was like
In the club.
that going on. Lots of N words. I really hope no one could hear the song coming out of my ear. Can you imagine if someone heard the N word in all those old people? They'd have a heart attack. It'd be great.
They'll probably love it.
They would love it. Right, so we've got that. Then we have "Her Pretty Vacant" by the Sex Pistols.
Yeah.
That was alright. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, bit more upbeat. Then we went "Acquiescence" by Oasis. Didn't really feel it.
Oh, I really like that song.
Didn't really feel it.
Yeah.
No. And this one is gonna be controversial. I might get a lot of hate for this. "Hey Jude" by the Beatles. Nah.
Didn't like it?
No thanks, mate.
Well,
no thanks. I mean,
I
they're good.
I like the Beatles. And I
mean,
do.
they're good, but they're no Jonas Brothers, are they?
No. But I was gonna say, a lot of people love Beatles, mate. But they're no Smiths. Though,
Not
are
me,
they?
mate.
You know what I mean?
Not me. What have they done recently?
Good
Exactly. Right. Then we have "Tender" by Blur. Wasn't such a big fan of that either.
It's a bit mellow that
It was
one.
fine. Yeah, it was fine. And "Ending" don't really remember what that one was. By
Oh,
Brian.
that was by Brian Eno, and
Yeah. I
it's
don't
like
really remember
it's a ambient atmospheric music.
Ah, fair enough. Then we have Le Freak by Chic, which I liked quite a lot.
Yeah,
Freak Out.
Yeah,
That was good.
Freak out.
That was
I
very
saw
good.
them
Yeah,
recently.
I like that one. Did
Excellent.
you? Where?
Yeah, Newmarket Races.
Oh, really? Was they there?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. That's all we saw.
Are they big?
Oh, Chic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Are they like headline big? If they went to like a big festival,
No.
would they headline, or would they be like on the main stage?
they'd probably be like they'd probably be in the tent, but they'd probably be quite high up on the bill in the tent. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah.
Okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Then we have Train in Vain by The Clash.
Yeah.
Which you also listened to on the way to watch a certain film, which we will not talk about until it's time to talk about that film. That was good.
Yeah.
One More Time by Daft Punk, probably my favourite of the songs that they're given to me. Very
Oh,
nice. Yeah, really like that. Hadn't had that one before.
All right.
So yeah, absolutely. Then we had Rebel Rebel by David Bowie. Did not feel that.
No.
I felt nothing.
Oh, right.
I was
Interesting.
no. Then we had True Love by Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like that? Did
Yeah,
you?
I did like that one. Yeah, it was good. Then we had Girls on Film by Duran Duran. Like that one as well. That was good. Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis. No.
What? I
No.
love that song.
No. Come Fly With Me. I had that one before, so I wasn't like too surprised. But yeah, it was alright. Hallelujah by Jeff Buckley. Now, if I had a soul, it would be where it would be moved listening to this song. But fortunately, I have no soul, so I felt nothing.
Fair enough.
Hypnotize by the Notorious B.I.G.
Oh yeah.
That was good.
Good tune.
So yeah, that's all of them. So actually, I'm actually surprised that there were more hits than I thought there'd be for me.
What do you mean? Do you mean like hits as in like
hits that I actually liked
Oh right, I see. Yeah.
in this context, not
Oh,
like
right,
hits
okay.
as in like was a song a hit, because I'm sure they were all hits.
Yeah.
But so yeah, it was actually quite interesting.
Yeah. Right. Well, I'm surprised because so you didn't like any of the slow songs, which doesn't
No.
surprise me.
Okay, fair enough.
But because
Have to like try though, don't you? Yeah.
yeah, no,
Have to put them in there.
yeah, I put a couple bangers in there. I put a couple bangers, put a couple slow songs. Probably put too many slow songs in, but that's like my personal taste.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm an emotional wreck. So
and I have no emotions.
exactly. So I probably should have put more bangers in there, like
Okay.
Paper Cut or something. But
that's what you call a banger, Kyle. Bangers and mash. That's what you call that. So out of the ones that you sent me, what do you reckon your top three would be? Or like, just ones that you especially like. Elvis, surely.
Yeah, Elvis song tugs on the heartstrings every time I hear it.
If you have a heart, which I don't.
Yeah. I don't know. I have to look at the list myself. A lot of them are good songs. Probably the Elvis song, Can't Help Falling in Love. Then probably Train in Vain.
Train in Vain.
Yeah, by the Clash.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, then probably the Oasis tune.
Fair enough. Well, there we go. Kyle, now it's time for our main event. Right, we saw a film today, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
What was that film? Even though you've already spoiled it.
The Meg.
The Meg, right? Spoiler alert for The Meg, right? Because last time that we talked about a series, we didn't say spoiler alert till about 10 minutes in. So saying spoiler alert for The Meg, but let's be honest, there's nothing much to spoil. There's a shark, it eats people. There is Jason Statham. Right. What did you think about the film? Bearing in mind, we missed the start, didn't we?
Yeah, but I don't think we miss it of anything of any importance.
We didn't. We really didn't.
We missed, probably about 5 minutes or so. But
correct, yes.
There was literally Jason Statham wasn't even in the film at this point.
He was not on the point. So there we go. Who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah. So yeah.
What do you think of it?
Well, we were saying before we went, and I think you said you read a few reviews and said it was like a bit of a serious B movie, and that's exactly what it was.
Yeah.
It could have easily been a Sharknado. Could have easily been a giant scorpion against a giant lizard. Do you know what I mean?
And they even had a giant octopus in the film.
Yeah, they did.
And they didn't even fight the shark, did they? It just got eaten by the shark.
Yeah.
Off camera.
Off camera, yeah. Yeah, you just saw some ink go up in the sky.
Yeah, and then just pissed off.
you know, like
first thing that was eaten.
yeah,
But yeah, it was quite serious, the film.
yeah,
I mean, like it had moments of like levity. Like the black guy, he was pretty funny, wasn't he?
yeah. Well, you know, his name was DJ. He was like, you know, comic relief, and it's
It
just
was
all a bit
comic
like.
relief. It's all a bit staged, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all a bit
like stereotyped.
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
totally stereotyped. I was like,
he was a black guy who also couldn't swim,
yeah,
which they said in the film was a bit of a stereotype as well.
yeah.
So
It's just a bit
you
like
know.
there's literally
but
many.
he didn't die though, did he?
No, that's also true.
No, the fat guy died though, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah. You know how after they catch the shark and like, oh, film's over, we have caught and killed the shark. But spoiler alert,
Oh,
there's two
yeah.
sharks, isn't there?
Yeah.
And he goes to have like a photo with the dead shark.
Yeah, I thought
and
it was
then-
just gonna bite his head off.
So did I. And then he fell in the water and got eaten by the bigger shark.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
He did, yeah. Remember that bit?
Yeah, I do
That was
remember
good,
that.
wasn't it?
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. That was actually generally a. I actually thought the film was over.
So did I. I was just like, oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
And it sort of could have been over because
Yeah.
they'd sort of had the whole adventure,
Yeah.
but then it was like going for another like half an hour because
Yeah.
then this bigger shark.
Yeah, and that all felt a bit rushed, didn't it? It was all like,
Just have one shark.
yeah,
Who wants two sharks?
exactly.
No one.
And why the hell did that shark eat the other shark?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah. Because how did he like fucking know he was there? Because that other shark was on the boat,
Yeah.
and the other shark jumped out of the water to take a bite out
Of
of
the shark.
out of the first shark.
Yeah, like it might have been like obviously there might have been blood dripping into the water, but like that would
How
have
would
just
how would it know that it's on the boat?
Exactly,
It would-
yeah.
It's just like because it just went from under the water, so it isn't like
Yeah.
it saw it on the boat. It was just
No.
like yoink.
yeah, that's
So that's a bit silly.
yeah, that's silly. Yeah.
But one bit which was quite good for this show, you remember the bit where that woman said that she used to work for a certain organisation, and she said that shall remain unnamed.
yeah,
And I looked at you, I was just like, we did that in the show.
yeah,
So in a way, it's perfect that this is the first film we've actually reviewed on the show.
yeah. But
That
yeah, no, it
was,
was
isn't
classic Jason Statham film. He plays the same character in every single
He
film. I
does.
think.
He's pretty ripped though, isn't he?
Yeah,
He was
he's a
fucking
big old
solid.
boy. Yeah,
Well, no, he's not though, because he is actually like 5'6" in real life.
yeah, but he's still big though. Isn't he?
He's pretty, yeah, he's pretty big.
Yeah.
He's not quite as tall as me though, is he?
Well, I didn't know he was 4 foot, mate. So
He's 5'6", Carl. Right, and he's like must be like 50 now.
yeah, he's probably pretty old.
He's
Yeah,
pretty old.
yeah.
You know that he actually started off his like career as a diver in the Olympics. He
Oh,
got
really?
like bronze in the Olympics or the Commonwealth Games or something.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like actually, yeah. And he looked exactly
really?
the same. He was
Yeah.
like 19 when he was diving, and he was bald.
Yeah.
Because of course he was.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. I actually saw a film that he was in, which was an awful film, but he was actually hilarious. Oh, what was that fucking called? It had like that fucking stupid fat bitch in it.
I was literally saying,
It's called The Spy.
yes, that's
Or
literally
some
what I
shit.
was thinking. Are you going to talk about that film?
Yeah,
Yeah, and like actually he was like pretty good in it.
yeah, he was actually hilarious. Like he actually made me laugh out loud several times.
Made you lol.
And like I never laugh out loud at films, and the film
I
itself.
have
was
personally
awful.
seen you laugh out loud in films before.
Which films?
Guardians 2. You had a few chuckles.
Yeah, chuckles isn't an actual laugh out loud. Is it?
Well, it literally is. If it's audible, it's what would be called a laugh out loud.
but I mean, like when you actually like you actually you're busting a gut. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
when you bust a nut.
Like I busted a gut at one film. What was that? I think that might have been the film we were talking about the other day. That's Death of Starling. I think it might have been that. That was
Death of
actually
Stalin.
yeah, that was fucking banter.
Okay, Carl. I have come up with a rating system for this podcast to rate films.
Mhm.
So there's 3 possible choices. It's if it's bad, would say it's ass.
Right.
If it's okay, it's 4 out of 10. If it's good, it's away the lads.
So what am I going to give it?
Yeah. So either ass, 4 out of 10, or away the lads.
I'm sorry to say it's Fergie.
It's
No.
noisy.
it's flying.
Fellaini.
I'm sorry to say again, it's Miser.
No, it has to be a 4 out of 10.
I have
for
to
me.
put a clip of that in so people know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Carry on. Yeah. What
Yeah,
are
it's
you
4 out of
saying?
10 for me.
4 out of 10. That's what I'm going to give it to.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it wasn't bad though.
No, it was better than I thought it was gonna be.
It literally is 4 out of 10. I mean,
Yeah.
like, it was probably better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's 4 out of 10 sounds like such a... Because people will probably think of it as like IMDb ratings.
No, it's just alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just like
4 out of 10.
If you
in
got
the
a 4,
context we talk about it, it's just like it's fine.
it's just like it's alright. It's just like
Yeah. It's probably more accurate to like say like 6 out of 10 or 5 out of 10. But we just say 4 out of 10.
Yeah, makes
So
no
there we
sense.
go. Our first film review, the first of many.
Yeah,
Probably. Who knows?
but yeah, it was alright.
Alright, Carl, it's time for a little segment I like to call Catter's Comment Corner. Let's pause,
yeah.
pause for the theme tune. Good. Right, so actually, I've got one that is actually related to art on the prom. Is that someone went around all of the signs for art on the prom, and they put an F in front of the art, so it said fart on the prom.
That's pants. They've also done it because there's got a big banner outside the Elizabeth Hotel, and they've done it on that as well.
Oh yes.
So someone has a lot of duct tape.
Yeah. They've really planned this, haven't they?
Yeah. There's like,
Fart on the prom.
There's probably some old geezer thought it'd be great bands.
And he's right, it was great band.
Yeah, he's right.
Fart on the prom. Classic. Right, let's see what else I've got here. Right. this one I find a bit bewildering. But basically, for this week's, I went on the Fox News Facebook page.
Mm.
I think I've lost about 5 years of my life scrolling through those comments. But I've managed to find some that I can stomach to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a post something about like the Democrats, and Bart says, "A good point. The commies always twist the children's mind. Chairman Mousy dung knew to do that and killed millions with his social justice killers." Now let's rewind that one. I think he means to say Chairman Mao.
Yeah,
but he literally said Chairman Mousy. And then he says dung knew, and knew has a capital K.
Oh.
Dung knew to do that and killed millions with his social justice killers. I think that he actually killed millions with starvation.
Yeah.
not killers.
Yeah.
Not hard killers. But Chairman Mousy. That's pretty good though, isn't it?
It's just
Chairman Mousy.
he obviously doesn't know how to spell.
No.
Just saying that. Just saying it's just stating that obvious fact.
It's pretty obvious. Right, this was a post about gun control. As you can imagine, there were some shocking comments in this, but this is the only one that I could think to talk about. Now, let's bear in mind that every other word of this post is all in caps. So it goes normal caps, normal caps. So Jodie says, okay, her photo is just an American flag. Right. So Jodie says, "It's not the age, nor the gun. It's that naughty little finger that pulls the trigger. Knives, cars, baseball bats. Also kills." I mean, that's true, but I would argue that knives, cars, and baseball bats actually have other uses besides killing. Guns' literal point is to kill, and anything that you do afterwards that it's like its secondary use. So like a gun isn't designed for hunting; it's designed to kill another person, because that's what guns were literally designed for. Yeah. Whereas a knife and a baseball bat has other uses. Mm-hmm. So so you can't really ban a knife because people use knives all the time for genuine purposes. But a gun's genuine purpose is to kill.
Yeah, definitely. It's just Wally's the Americans.
Will they ever learn? Will they ever learn?
It's also like look at England. You know what I mean? Like, or the UK.
Look at England.
Look at the UK. We don't have guns. We don't have people going in schools and blasting them up. You know what I mean?
No, we don't. We just have people headbutting each other in the streets.
Headbutting each other on the streets and occasionally knifing someone.
But that's just nature, isn't it?
Yeah, well. Yeah. Just
no.
nature. So sometimes you have to heed nature's call and headbutt someone in the middle of the street.
On the prom. At art on the prom.
Just like,
get out my way! Bang!
Some fucking old woman headbutt her right in the back of the head.
Right on the soft spot.
Yeah, right on the soft
spot. She can't see it coming as well, so she can't prepare. Bang!
Just like, have a word with yourself, love.
as she lies broken. Have a word with yourself, love. Headbutting an old lady. The show has reached a new low. Well, Carl, if you can believe it, it's actually been about 50 minutes. I know that seems hard to believe that we've strung out so little content to 50 minutes. I mean, like, I literally have like 5 other fucking topics to talk about. But I was like, actually, may as well save them for another day because we're already at 52 minutes. So, save for another day. All right then, that's the end of the show. So, if you want more Sweet Connection in your life, you can find us on Podbean and iTunes and YouTube, where you can give us a rating or a comment or a subscribe. You can also email us at thesweetconnection@outlook.com. Thanks for listening, and until next time, bye-bye.
Bye. I fucked a ball.